Screen recording. Return Dawncaster. Arcanist. Masked, return/close. Arcanist. Selecting visual portrait. No gameplay effect. Portrait. Return/close. Portrait. Selecting basic weapon. Torch 4 Tel 3. Force deal 2 damage. Selecting weapon power. Flaming weapon, use your weapon. Arcane weapon, use your weapon power to gain health. Selecting starting card. Fiery barrage on shocking grasp, deal damage. Final confirmation screen. Starting area. Heroes Rest Cemetery. Return/close. Current basic attack. Force. Current card. Shocking. Previous name. Name. Kaladin Ainsworth. Next name. Start game. Map selection settings. Story mode prevents you from ever dying. This mode awards only half the Fatasherds. Card set filter. Story mode prevent now enabled. Save settings. Malignancies 0% in story mode now enabled. Malignant save settings. Story mode prevent card set story map selection start game. Press to continue. Press to continue. The long way around. 5 periods. Survive the journey and find your way to Brightcandle to Heroes Rest. The old wooden wheels creak as the carriage comes to an abrupt halt. The driver lets the worn reins slide from his fingers while the continue. Heroes Rest. The old wooden wheels creak as the carriage comes to an abrupt halt. The driver lets the worn reins slide from his fingers while the horses whinny their tired reply. Continue. Driver, this is as far as I'll take ye. Stranger. The carriage driver says through crooked teeth. The dead? The gilded summons? Where do I go? Driver, it ain't far. Friend. Just through those gates you'll find Brightcandle. Suppose that'll be where they expect new recruits to report in. I stay well clear of the fortress. Best to avoid confusion. Wouldn't want them mistaken me for the dead? The gilded summons? I can handle myself. The dead? Driver, it ain't far. Friend. Just through those gates you'll find Brightcandle. Suppose that'll be where they expect new recruits to report in. I stay well clear of the fortress. Best to avoid confusion. Wouldn't want them mistaken me for ellipsis. Well, someone like yourself. The dead? The gilded summons? Driver, the driver meets your eyes and says, it's not for me to say ellipsis. But this whole gilded summons business sounds like foolishness to me. The dead? Driver, the driver meets your eyes and says, it's not for me to say ellipsis. But this whole gilded summons business sounds like foolishness to me. We shouldn't go poking demons just because some fickle god tells us to. Let them fight their own battles, I say. I can handle myself. You gain 15 gold. Driver, the driver tips his wide-brimmed hat to you. I meant no disrespect. He's leave. Exploration. Character info. Player gold 35. Player health 70. Show deck. Use weapon power. Arcane weapon, use your restless ghoul brains? Brains. Restless enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Area status. Your turn. Block. Neutral. Forcewind. Shocking grasp. Forcewind. Area status. Shocking grasp. Forcewind. Block. End turn. Block. You gain 3 armor. Enemy. I don't have enough. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Clawing strike. You block the damage. You take 1 damage. Your turn. End turn. Forcewind. Block. Surge of intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Surge of intellect. And you gained 1 focus stack. Forcewind. End turn. Forcewind. Block. You gained 3 armor stacks. Show deck. End turn. Forcewind. End. You gained 1 chain stacks. Enemy takes 4 damage. You gained 1. Player status. Player energy. Player energy. Players end turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Clawing strike. You block the damage. You take 1 damage. Your turn. End turn. Force wind. Force wind. Force wind. Force wind. Surge of intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Force wind. Force wind. Force wind. Force wind. Neutral. Player status. Force wind. Player energy. Force wind. End turn. Force. Enemy takes 4 damage. Enemy takes 6 damage. You gained 1. Enemy takes 8 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Next. You gain 2 gold. Skip rewards. Areas. Enemy status. Lightning bolt. Int 1. Deal 1 to 12 damage. Chain. Magic lightning action. Common. Fleeting thoughts. Int 1. Orb of fire. Int 1. Add lightning bolt to deck. Exploration. Settings. Area status. Disturbed graves. Undead in the area gain 1 anger for every grave you disturbed. Campsite a brief respite. Use weapon power or campsite a brief respite from the perils of adventure. Campsite a campfire a warm fire in relative safety offers only a brief. Remove a card. Heal 20%. You heal 14 health. Exploration. Area status. Disturbed graves. Undead in the area. Fresh grave a rather use weapon power or fresh grave a rather unremarkable gravestone. Fresh undisturbed grave a rather undisturbed grave a rather unremarkable gravestone stands somewhat crooked over a patch of soil. Open the grave. Undisturbed grave. You dig into the shallow grave, quickly uncovering a small stash of items. Continue. Card added. Card obtained. Exploration. Potion of visions. Potion of vision. Potion of vision. Area status. Disturbed graves. Stacks 1 undead in the air. Restless ghoul brains. Brains. Use weapon power. Restless ghoul brains. Brains. Restless. Enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn. Block. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Force wind. Force wind. Surge of intellect. Force wind. Surge. You gained 1 focus stacks. Force wind. Player status. Force wind. Block. You gained 3 armor stack. Enemy takes 4. I don't have. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Clawing strike. You block the damage. You take 3 damage. Your turn. End turn. Surge of intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. End turn. Potion. Force wind. Force wind. Shocking grasp. Force wind. Potion of visions. 1 use. Draw 3 cards. Item. Rare. Treasure. This card is part of the treasure pool and can be found through various events. Force wind. Block. Shocking grasp. Lightning bolt. Shock. Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. Lightning bolt. Enemy takes 6 damage. You gained 1. Shocking grasp. Force wind. Force wind. Force wind. Neutral. End turn. Enemy. I don't have enough. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Vile bite. You take 1 damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. Vile bite. You take 4 damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. Your turn. End turn. Surge of intellect. You take 1 damage. You gained 1 focus stacks. Shocking grab. Lightning bolt. Shock. Block. Force wind. Player status. Block. You take 1 damage. You gain 3 armor stacks. Players. Force wind. Shocking. Lightning bolt. Enemy. You gained 1 chain stacks. Next. You gain 2 gold. Skip rewards. Areas. Enemy stat. Electroflare. Int 1. Inflict 3 burning. The amount of burning is increased by chain. Rogue's Locket. Neutral 1. Arcane missiles. Int 1. Deal 1 damage. 1 times. Upgrades improve the number of attacks instead of damage. Merge it. Add Electroflare to deck. Exploration. Area status. Disturbed graves. Stacks 1. Broken grave and old and broken gravestone. Use weapon. You heal 9 health. Broken grave and old and broken gravestone. Broken grave. Broken tombstone. A broken gravestone has scattered its rubble over a soft patch of soil. Open the grave. Broken tombstone. You dig into the shallow grave, quickly uncovering a small stash of items. Continue. Card added. Card obtained. Potion of Visions. 1 use. Draw. Chalice of Blood. Life 3. On draw, take 0 damage, then upgrade this by 2. 1 use. Chalice of Blood. Potion of Visions. Broken tombstone. As you pry the trinket from the muddy soil, an unsettling groan rises, catches you by surprise as a bony claw. Continue. Enemy gains Disturbed Graves enchantment. Enemy gained 2 anger stacks. Your turn. You block the damage. Area status. Disturbed Graves. Stacks 1 undead. Enemy status. Area status. Forcewind. End turn. Forcewind. Chalice of Blood. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. End turn. Forcewind. Chalice. Player stats. Chalice. You take 3 damage. End turn. Forcewind. Player stat. Forcewind. End turn. Enemy takes 4 damage. Enemy takes 6 damage. You gained 1 chain stack. Player stat. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Clawing Strike. You take 4 damage. Your turn. End turn. Lightning Bolt. Forcewind. Electroflare. Player status. Forcewind. Lightning. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain. Forcewind. Electroflare. Enemy gained 3 burning stacks. Enemy gained 1 burning stacks. Show deck. End turn. I don't have it. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Vile Bite. You take 5 damage. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy takes 4 damage. Your turn. End turn. Shocking Grasp. Block. Surge of Int. You take 1 damage. You gained 1 focus stacks. Forcewind. Player status. Block. New block. You gained 3 armor stacks. Forcewind. Player stats. Block. You gained 3 armor stacks. Shocking Grasp. End turn. Enemy. I don't have enough. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Clawing Strike. You block the damage. You take 2 damage. Next. You gain 2 gold. Skip rewards. Area. Enemies. Gathering Storm. Int 1. Deal 4 damage. Echo. For each turn this card remains in your hand. 0. Electroflare. First Aid Kit. Neutral 1. Conjure 2 bandages. Charges. 1/1. Add Gathering Storm to deck. Exploration. Area status. Disturbed Graves. Stacks 2 undead in enemy aura. Grave character in enemy Church Grim. The hound-like creature eyes you. Enemy aura. Shrine. A strange statue stands out from its surroundings. Shrine of Radiance. The angelic features of the stone statue tower out from its pristine pedestal. Above its brilliantly carved head, both hands reach for the darkened skies, its fingers forming a perfect triangle while colorful lights dance over its marbled features. Investigate. Infuse the energy of a card. Add a surge card. Leave. Add a surge card. Infuse the energy of a card. Select card. Block. Neutral 1. Block. Electroflare. Forcewind. Neutral. Forcewind. Neutral 1. Forcewind. Block. Shrine of Radiance. You offer the statue a card and the dancing lights pause. Then each beam centers on your hand, quickly merging into a blinding white beam. After a brief moment, the lights resume their lively dance, having turned the card's natural energy into a humming power. Continue. Card modified. Potion of Visions. Chalice of Blood. Block. Neutral 1. Exploration. Setting. Area status. Disturbed Graves. Stacks 2 undead in the area. Gain 1 anger for every grave you disturbed. Settings. Area status. Disturbed Grave. Enemy aura. Grave. Mini boss Abomination. A campsite. A brief respite from the perils of adventure. Campfire. A warm fire. Campfire. A warm fire in relative safety offers only a brief respite from the perils of adventure. Heal 20%. You heal 15 health. Exploration. Area status. Disturbed Graves. Campsite. A brief rest. Use weapon power. Campsite. A brief. Crimson Gravearbor. A suspicious. Skullwing Moth. The bony moth is barely able to lift its weight. Crimson Gravereber Skullwing Moth. The Skullwing Moth enemy gains Disturbed Graves enchantment. Your turn. Block. Neutral 1. Gain 3 Shocking Grass. Force Wind. Block. Neutral 1. Surge of Intellect. And you gained 1 focus stacks. Block. Shocking Grass. Force Wind. Neutral. Block. Player stats. Area player. Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. Show deck. End turn. Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. Force Wind. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain. End turn. Shocking. I don't. End turn. Enemy turn. Enter. Enemy playing cards. Buzzbite. You gained 1 infected stacks. Flyby. You block the damage. Your turn. End turn. Force Wind. Gathering Storm. Lightning Bolt. Electroflow. Force Wind. Lightning. Gather. Enemy takes 4 damage. Force Wind. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You. Electroflare. Lightning Bolt. I don't have it. And you take 1 damage. You take 1 damage. You take 1 damage. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Buzzbite. You gained 1 infected stacks. Buzzbite. You gained 1 infected stacks. Your turn. End turn. Force Wind. Force Wind. Force Wind. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Player. Electro. Force Wind. Force Wind. End turn. Enemy takes 6 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 player stat. Electro. I don't have enough energy. End turn. You take 3 damage. Enemy turn. Enemy playing cards. Buzzbite. You gained 1 infected stacks. Flyby. You take 2 damage. Enemy gained 1 evasion stacks. Your turn. End turn. Block. Shocking. Gathering Storm. Force Wind. Lightning Bolt. Gather. Shocking. Block. You gained 3 armor stacks. Gathering. Force Wind. Lightning. Enemy takes 9 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. Next. You gain 2 gold. Skip rewards. Area stat. Enemies. Conduit. Gain 2 chain. Flow. 0/3. Arcane Missiles. Spellburn. Int 1. Bury a card. Conjure 2 copies of it. If you have Holy. Reduce their cost to 0. Add Arcane Missiles to deck. Exploration. Area status. Disturbed Graves. Stacks 2 undead in the area gain 1 anger for every grave you disturbed. Enemy aura. Church Grim the Hound. Campsite. A brief respite from the perils of adventure. Crimson. Campfire. A warm fire. Campfire. A warm fire in relative safety offers only a brief respite from the perils of. Remove a. Heal 20%. You heal 15 health. Exploration. Areas. Enemy aura. Church Grim the Crimson Gravereber Ace. Campsite. A brief. Crimson Gravereber A suspicious figure busy digging a sizable hole. Enemy gains Disturbed Graves enchantment. Enemy gains Graveyard Shift enchantment. Enemy gains Cowardice enchantment. Your turn. Force Wind. Electro. Force Wind. Lightning Bolt. Shocking area status. Shock. Lightning. Force Wind. Electroflare. Int 1. Force Wind. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You. Electroflare. Lightning Bolt. Enemy takes 6 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. Electroflare. I don't have it. Shocking Grasp. Force Wind. End turn. I don't. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 barrier stacks. Enemy playing cards. Aim and pray. Enemy heals 5. Shovel Strike. You take 3 damage. You gained 1 dazzled stacks. Your turn. End turn. Force Wind. Arcane Missiles. Gatherings. Force Wind. Area status. Gather. Arcane. Force Wind. Enemy takes 3 damage. Gathering. I don't have enough. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 barrier stacks. Enemy playing cards. Aim and pray. Enemy heals 5. Aim and pray. You gain 5 burning stacks. Your turn. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Block. 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 You gained Force Wind. Block. You gained. Enemy has blocked. I don't have it. I don't have enough. End turn. You take 5 damage. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 barrier stacks. Enemy playing cards. Aim and pray. You block the damage. Shovel Strike. You take 2 damage. You gained 1 dazzled stacks. Your turn. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. End turn. Gatherings. Force Wind. Force Wind. Block. You gained 3 armor stacks. Gathering Storm. Force Wind. End turn. Show deck. End. Gathering store. End turn. Gather. Enemy. 4. Enemy takes 4 damage. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Player stat. Forcewind. I don't have. End turn. You take 5 damage. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 barrier stacks. Enemy playing cards. Shovel strike. You block the damage. Shovel strike. You take 3 damage. You gained 1 dazzled stacks. Next. Exploration. Use weapon power. Arcane weapon. Use your weapon power to gain health for every magic action in your deck. Magic cards. Use weapon power. Arcane weapon. Player gold 40. Player gold. Enemy aura. Campsite. A brief respite from the perils of adventure. Church Grim the Hound. Campsite. A brief respite from the perils of adventure. Campsite. Campfire. A warm fire in relative safety offers only a brief respite from the perils of adventure. Heal 20%. You heal 15 health. Exploration. Area stat. Dead end and obstacle. Player gold 4. Dead end. Enemy aura. Church Grim the Hound. Mini boss abomination. Area status. Settings. Area. Mini boss abomination. A shambling monstrosity roams the graveyard. Church Grim the Hound-like creature eyes you warily. Enemy gains Disturbed Graves enchantment. Enemy gains Graveyard Shift enchantment. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Your turn. Block. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Forcewind. Player stats. Forcewind. Block. You gain. Enemy takes 4 damage. You gained 1. I don't have. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 barrier stacks. Enemy playing cards. Gravibite. You take 3 damage. You gain 3 doom stacks. Gravibite. You take 4 damage. You gain 4 doom stacks. Your turn. End turn. Shocking grab. Lightning. Forcewind. Block. Forcewind. Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. Forcewind. Player status. Force. Lightning bolt. Enemy takes 10 damage. You gained 1 shocking. End turn. End turn. You take 5 damage. Enemy turn. Enemy gain 2 barrier stacks. Enemy playing cards. Gravibite. You take 1 damage. You gained 1 doom stacks. Howl. Your turn. Show deck. End turn. Forcewind. Gathering store. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Electroflare. Player status. Arcane Mist. Gathering Storm. Forcewind. Enemy. You gained 1 Enemy takes 6 damage. Next. Player gold 43. Next. You gain 2 gold. Skip reward. Enemy stat. Arcane Lance. Int 1. Deal 3 damage. Free when conjured. Magic. Spellburn. Int. Lightning shield. Int 1. Gain 3 barrier. At the add spell. Add lightning shield to deck. Exploration. Area status. Disturbed graves. Stacks 2 undead in the area. Dead end and obstacle. Mini boss. Fancy tombstone. A rather area status. Fancy tombstone. A rather fancy tombstone. Fancy tombstone. Fancy tombstone. A rather fancy tombstone stands proudly and remarkably distinguished over a heavy slab of stone. Leave the grave undisturbed. Leave exploration. Use weapon power. Arcane weapon. Use your weapon power to gain health. Use weapon. Mini boss abominates. Dead end and obstacle. Enemy aura. Dead boss. The pale ward. Area status. Disturb boss. Enemy. Dead end and mini boss. Use weapon power. Arcane weapon. Mini boss abomination. A shambling monstrosity roams the graveyard. Mini boss. Enemy gains Disturbed Graves enchantment. Enemy gains Death Calling enchantment. Enemy gains Falling Apart enchantment. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Your turn. Block. Surge of Surge. You gained 1 focus stacks. Shocking Grasp. Forcewind. Player status. Shock. Block. End turn. Block. You gained 3 armor stacks. Shocking Grasp. Electroflare. End turn. Enemy gained 3. Enemy has blocked this attack. I don't have. End turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy gained 3 burning stacks. Enemy playing cards. Stitch limb. Enemy heals 4. Bone knuckles. You take 1 damage. Enemy gained 2 armor stacks. You take 4 damage. Enemy gained 2 armor stacks. Enemy. Your turn. Surge of lightning. Surge. You gained 1 focus stacks. Forcewind. Block. Neutral 1. You gained 3 armor stacks. Force Wind. Lightning. You gained 3 barrier stacks. You gained Lightning Shield enchantment. You gained 1 chain stack. You gained Force Wind. End turn. Enemy. I don't have enough. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy gained 6 burning stacks. Enemy playing cards. Grim Hook. You take 4 damage. Stitch Limb. Enemy heals 4. Enemy takes 12 damage. Your turn. End turn. Force Wind. Gathering Storm. Lightning Bolt. Arcane Missiles. Player status. Arcane Missile. Lightning. Enemy takes 9 damage. You gained 1 chain stack. Player status. Arcane Missile. Enemy takes 2 damage. Show deck. End turn. I don't have. End turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy gained 12 burning stacks. Enemy playing cards. Grim Hook. You take 10 damage. Enemy takes 24 damage. Your turn. Force Wind. Gathering Storm. Force Wind. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Force Wind. Gathering. Force Wind. Force Wind. End turn. Force Wind. Enemy takes 6 damage. Enemy takes 6 damage. Enemy takes 2 damage. You gained 1 chain stack. You gained 3 barrier stacks. You gained Lightning Shield enchantment. You gained 1 chain stacks. Players, end turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy gained 24 burning stacks. Enemy playing cards. Stitch Limb. Enemy heals 4. Bone Knuckles. You take 3 damage. Enemy gained 2 armor stacks. You take 6 damage. Enemy gained 2 armor stacks. Next. Level up. Pick a talent. Reroll button for survival instincts. Select survival instincts. Heal 5% of your maximum health at the start of combat. Reroll button for weapon training. Select weapon training. Reduces the cooldown of your weapon by 1 combat. This effect can reroll button for select magical ornaments. Basic attacks deal 2 additional damage. This talent can be taken multiple times. You gain 9 gold. Skip rewards. Areas. Enemies. Utility belt. Lightning shield. Lightning bolt. Int 1. Deal 1 to 12 damage. Light. Utility belt. Neutral 2. Activate to draw a card and restore 1 durability of all other equipment. 2 durability. Equipment. Common. Lightning bolt. Lightning shield. Add lightning shield to deck. Abomination. The mass of rotting flesh collapses onto the mossy ground. Some of the stitched sinew twitches. Abomination. Leave. Exploration. Player health 33. Dead end and obstacle. Dead end and enemy aura. Boss. The area stat settings. Area. Boss. The pale warden. The grim figure treats its graveyard like a prison. Enemy. Dead end and use weapon power art. You heal 13 health. Dead end and enemy aura. Boss. The pale warden. The grim figure treats its graveyard like a prison. Boss. The pale enemy gains disturbed graves enchantment. Enemy gains death calling enchantment. Enemy gain 2 anger stacks. Your turn. Force Wind. Neutral. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Lightning bolt. Force Wind. Player status. Lightning. Force Wind. End turn. Lightning. Enemy takes 7 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. Force Wind. End turn. Enemy takes 7 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Player Force Wind. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Entomb. You gained 1 pin stacks. Drain essence. You take 9 damage. Enemy heals 9. Your turn. You gain 2 doom stacks. Show deck. End turn. Gathering Storm. Block. Force Wind. Disabled. Lightning shield. Disable. Terror. Neutral 1. On draw. End turn. Gathering Storm. Block. Force Wind. Disable. Lightning shield. Int 1. Player stat. Light. You gain 3 barrier stacks. You gain Lightning shield enchantment. You gained 1 chain stacks. You gain 5. Gathering Storm. Int 1. I don't have an end turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Grim Reaping. You take 5 damage. Your turn. Gathering Storm. Electroflow. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Shocking Force Wind. Player stat. Force. Shock. Block. Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. Electroflare. Gathering Storm. End turn. Enemy. Shocking Enemy gained 3 burning stacks. Lightning. Enemy has blocked this attack. You gained 1 chain stacks. Fire Attunement. Force Wind. I don't have Arcane Missiles. I don't have End turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Entomb. You gained 1 pin stacks. Bone Armor. Enemy gained 16 armor stacks. Enemy takes 3 damage. Your turn. You gain 4 doom stacks. Terror. Force Wind. Disabled. Force Wind. Disable. Block. Disable. Arcane Missiles. Int 1. Player status. Arcane. Enemy has blocked this attack. Force Wind. End turn. Force Wind. Neutral. Block. I don't have enough. Force Wind. I don't have. End turn. You take 2 damage. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Grim Reaping. You take 10 damage. Enemy takes 3 damage. Your turn. End turn. Lightning Bolt. Gathering. Force Wind. Block. Player status. Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. Lightning Bolt. Enemy takes 6 damage. You gained 1 chain. End turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Entomb. You gained 1 pin stacks. Drain Essence. You take 9 damage. Enemy heals 9. Enemy takes 3 damage. Your turn. Gathering Storm. Force Wind. Disable. Force Wind. Lightning Shield. Int 1. You gain 3 barrier stacks. You gain Lightning Shield enchantment. You gained 1. Gathering Storm. Int 1. Force Wind. Lightning. You gained 3 barrier stacks. You gained 1 chain stacks. Show deck. End turn. Gathering. I don't have. End turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Bone Armor. Enemy gained 14 armor stacks. Drain Essence. You take 7 damage. Enemy heals 7. Enemy takes 3 damage. Your turn. You gain 7 doom stacks. Gathering Storm. End turn. Surge of Shocking. You gained 1 focus stacks. Terror. Block. Neutral 1. Lightning Shield. Player status. Lightning Shield. You gain 3 barrier stacks. You gain Lightning Shield enchantment. You gather. End turn. Shocking Block. You gain 3 armor stacks. Show deck. End. Gathering. I don't have enough. End turn. You take 3 damage. Enemy turn. You gained 1 vulnerable stacks. Enemy playing cards. Grim Reaping. You take 6 damage. Story mode. A comforting light prevents an untimely death. Enemy takes 3 damage. Your turn. Gathering Storm. Lightning Bolt. Force Wind. Lightning Shield. Arcane Missiles. Surge of Intellect. You gained 1 focus stacks. Gathering. End turn. Lightning Bolt. Force Wind. Lightning. You gain 3 barrier stacks. You gain Lightning Shield enchantment. Player stat. Arcane Missiles. Player energy. Gathering Storm. End turn. Gathering Storm. Enemy takes 5 damage. Enemy takes 5 damage. You gained 1 chain stacks. Next. You gained 6 gold. Skip rewards. Area. Enemies. Mage Armor. Int 1. Gain 3 barrier. The Lightning Shield. Int Afterburn. Int 1. Inflict burning equal to the last damage dealt. Add Mage Armor to deck. Wardens fall. The pale figure falls to the cold ground with a loud howl, leaving only the tattered robes and a large iron key behind. For a moment, the sky lights up as dozens of souls rise from their graves, free of the clutches of the warden and its grave-filled prison. Explore the area some more. Exploration. Player health 7. Show deck. Use weapon power art. Dead end and obstacle block. Dead end and leave area. Dead end. I can't go. Dead end. I can't go this. Use I can use this. Dead end. Dead end. Leave area. Leave this area. Leave area. Use weapon. Press to continue. Control center. Airplane mode. Switch button. Off. Open. White. Blue. Head. Pre. Play. Next. Lock. Screen mirroring. Bright. Volume. Focus. Flashlight. Timer. Camera. Music. Selected. Screen recording.